What is up, ladies and gents? It's the guy on the forefront of the sickly scene with congestion so bad it makes Mucinex scream. It is Firebad, Mr. Firebad, and as you can tell from my voice, and if you can't tell, then you obviously haven't been listening to the commentaries well enough to ascertain the properties of my voice as I orate to you. I am sickly. I have congestion, and I took some off-brand Claritin, and it seemed to have worked some wonders, but those wonders were mighty and tiny. Why the mighty and tiny are not even similar, and I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Any choozle, my doozle. I had realized that I had not posted any gameplay on any of the DLC maps, so I thought, well, fudge, let's post one of those. And although this may be one of the first DLC maps, in fact it was in the very first DLC pack, you know, it's just a game. It's just a game, alright, it's just a game. This was pretty early in my 10th Prestige, finally got to 10th Prestige, and I feel real good about it. And I'm using Assault because I find that I use Assault way, like, during my early parts of the Prestige, I use Assault, then once I get to, like, level 40 or so, once I unlock Scavenger, then I just start using Specialist. But I like Assault, you know. It's fun. That's my favorite combination right here is Reaper, or Predator, Reaper, AC-130, because you can just wreak havoc if you're on the more open maps. But as you can see, Piazza, it's not really that open, you know. You got all those sweet boats with their lateen sails. Lateen sails are used on the Mediterranean. Yeah, because, you know, no, it's used on the Indian. Red Sea? Fuck. I don't know. Take world history and you'll understand. But I am making this to tell you all that you guys need to follow me on Twitter, man. Seriously. It's hard for me to interact with all of my subscribers, all the people who watch my stuff, whenever my only outlet is YouTube, you know? I mean, I'm not going to be one of those people that it goes into so many different outlets and you're like, you have to make accounts just to follow them or to interact with them. No, I mean, I'm not going to ask you to make some obscure account on an obscure website in which maybe you'll never even use it again. You just made it simply for the fact because I told you to, and I may post a couple things twice and then I'll forget about it. Fuck no, that's not how I work. But yeah, just about everybody has a Twitter nowadays, and I made mine. I made mine literally just to follow Tabes. Tabes was the very first person I followed, and that's because he told me to. This is really the only reason why I made it. I'm not gonna tell you guys to make an Instagram. I'm not gonna tell you guys to follow me on Kike. It sounds like Kike, which is a kike. Like, let's see, Hillary Rodham Clinton. She's a giant kike. But we'll just not even talk about that. Kids are funny these days. But seriously, just if you already have the account, just hit me up on it. I'm at Mr. Firebad. It's pretty simple to remember. It's my YouTube name. And, you know, tweet to me. I'll retweet, tweet back. I don't know. If you're already following me on Twitter, that's great. But you might notice that I don't ever post stuff on Twitter. Well, that's because my 9, 10, 11 followers, they don't care, you know? And I don't really feel the need to post stuff on Twitter to try to, you know, just like post random brawn on Twitter whenever I only have 11 people who are going to see it, and they might not even see it because they have like 500 other people they're following, you know? But if I get, you know, bigger numbers, or even if anybody starts to interact with me on my Twitter, I will probably use it a lot more. In fact, I will use it a lot more because it's an outlet. Social media is becoming something that YouTube really relies on, or small commentators like me really rely on, as well as large commentators, big commentators, small commentators, big commentators. I do not have, what's the name of that condition? Tourette's. I do not have that. The repetition of vowels is something that I enjoy to do. Anywho, I'll put a link in my info. If I don't, I'll just put my name. Twitter, @MrFlybag, hashtag